All right, I'm glad to be back for our Liebenhaut Law YouTube channel to talk about some interesting news that's come out. We're going to link to a couple of articles below, but it appears that the White House and the Social Security Administration are developing rules that in one way or another are going to provide for Social Security Administration to look at people's social media accounts and investigate their activities when people are applying for a disability. I have a huge problem with this, as do most disability advocates across the country. Fraud prevention, fraud investigation is a good thing. We do not want people that are gaming the system. When we find someone at our practice as a client who is not being forthright about their situation, that is misrepresenting facts, we do not allow that to happen. And if they persist in it, they are no longer clients of our firm. We won't put up with it. And I think you'll find most disability advocates feel that way. And we do need fraud investigation. However, the great majority of people who are applying for disability are people who are in desperate need of money that they have earned. This is not a welfare program. This is a program just like your Social Security retirement that people pay into. And the great majority of people who are waiting now, on average, 2 years from the time that they have from the time that they're completely disabled to the time that they actually are able to be paid benefits, from applying to actually receiving benefits. The overwhelming majority of those people are good, hardworking people who have got to a place in their life where they are no longer able to do that. And so if I represent someone who has an autoimmune disease that flares up a couple of times a month for 3 or 4 days and then lays them out in such a way that they're not going to be able to work, well, I don't care what their Facebook or their Instagram or their Twitter or anything else shows them doing 20 days out of the month, when the other 8 to 10 days out of the month are when their condition is so bad that it's disabling. Because you will talk to any vocational expert out there, they're not going to tell you that there's full-time work available for somebody like that who's laid out 7 or 8 days a month. So I don't care that they're able to go to Disney World with their family 1 day a month and walk around. That doesn't mean anything, you know. I think what the problem is there, from what I hear at least, and what's being discussed in these articles, is they're talking about putting people with no expertise in fraud investigation in charge of going and snooping on people who are applying for disability. That's not their job. Their job is to analyze the medical records, the medical conditions, the opinions of their physicians, the statements of the claimant themselves, the statements of people who know the claimants, and determine whether, based on that, they're disabled. Now, there is an Inspector General's office that's charged with investigating fraud, that employs professional investigators that understand that just because you see somebody smiling and looking happy on their Facebook feed doesn't mean that they don't suffer from severe depression. That you've got to do a little bit more to dig into that. And I'm extremely concerned about the abuse that could take place if this is not something that is executed extremely carefully. And I think what this displays is a real prejudice against anyone who is in this type of situation. And I think, you know, you won't talk to anybody who does this work and who doesn't experience on a regular basis clients coming in who are really bad off, who say, I can't believe I got denied by Social Security. I know so-and-so, and he received Social Security disability, and there's no way he's disabled. And you know what I'll ask them is, well, do you spend every single day, all day with that person? Do you know about their potentially embarrassing to them gastrointestinal problem or other issues? Do your friends know about all the issues that you have that are having you come to me now because Social Security denied you? Usually not the case. And that's the problem with them wanting to snoop on people's social media, because it does not tell the whole story. And anybody who uses social media will tell you that. I've got a personal Facebook account. I take pictures of me and my kids when we're happy out doing things and put it on social media. When I'm having a really bad, sick day, I tend not to put that on social media. So it really doesn't mean anything at all. Anyway, take a look at the articles. Let me know what you think, comment, and as always, thanks for following us, and when in doubt, call Liebenhaut.